Organic conjures small farms and dew-covered vegetables, but what that green label guarantees is more complicated. Organic food carries a 20 to 100% price premium in a $61 billion U.S. market. The USDA Organic seal is trusted, but it covers a specific, limited set of farming practices.
The organic movement has real roots in 1940s concerns about soil health and synthetic chemical farming.
The 1990 Organic Foods Production Act created the legal framework for organic in America. Organic certification bans synthetic pesticides, synthetic fertilizers, GMOs, irradiation, and sewage sludge fertilizer. It says nothing about farm worker conditions, water use, food miles, farm scale, or actual nutrition. The same certification covers a 12-crop family farm and a 50,000-acre industrial monoculture operation. Organic covers processed foods too. A sugary organic cereal can carry the seal without contradiction. An organic cookie is still a cookie. The seal certifies farming, not the finished product's healthiness.
Unlike organic, the word natural has no legal definition at all, making it essentially meaningless.
Don't confuse the two. Organic means inspections and paperwork. Natural means nothing is verified. There are 4 organic tiers, and only 95% or higher earns the front-of-pack seal. Made with Organic is the 3rd tier and can legally contain 30% non-organic ingredients. Certification requires annual inspections, detailed records, and fees from hundreds to thousands of dollars yearly. Farms must practice organic methods for 3 full years before crops can legally be sold as organic. Certification costs price out many small farmers, so genuinely sustainable farms often go unlabeled. Some small farmers use sustainable practices but can't afford certification, a label that rewards scale. As organic became big business, large corporations acquired small organic brands and scaled them up. Most top organic brands are owned by major conventional food corporations, raising questions about intent. The top reason people buy organic is pesticide avoidance. Let's look at what evidence actually shows. The USDA tests thousands of samples yearly, giving the best data on actual pesticide residue levels. Hi there! We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Residues reach organic crops through farm drift, legacy soil pesticides, and contamination during handling. Organic bans synthetic pesticides but permits naturally derived ones, a distinction less absolute than assumed.
Organic farmers can use copper sulfate and pyrethrin-based pesticides, biologically active compounds by design.
Copper sulfate, common in organic farming, can accumulate in soil over repeated applications. Natural doesn't mean less toxic. Rotenone, an organic-approved pesticide, is acutely toxic to fish. The real question isn't natural versus synthetic. It's whether residue levels exceed safety thresholds. The EPA sets tolerance limits for both synthetic and natural pesticide residues on food. The EWG's annual Dirty Dozen list flags produce with the highest pesticide residues. The Clean 15 lists conventional produce that consistently tests very low for residues. For thick-skinned produce you peel and discard, organic offers minimal extra residue benefit. Thin-skinned produce eaten whole, like strawberries and spinach, shows the biggest organic residue benefit. Observational studies on organic and health face a problem. Organic buyers also eat differently overall.
A 2012 Stanford review of 237 studies found no strong evidence organic food is more nutritious.
Later research found organic dairy and meat do contain higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids. That omega-3 boost seems driven by grass-feeding practices, more common on organic farms, not certification itself. Grass-fed conventional dairy can match organic's omega-3 levels, feeding practice being the real driver. Some studies find higher polyphenols in organic crops, possibly a plant stress response without pesticide protection. A 2018 French study linked higher organic consumption to lower cancer rates, but couldn't prove causation. Critics noted organic consumers in that study differed broadly in lifestyle, clouding the cancer link. Systematic reviews consistently find the evidence insufficient for definitive health recommendations either way.
Bottom line, lower pesticide residues and possibly more omega-3s, but broad health claims remain unproven.
The organic premium is best justified as targeted pesticide reduction, not a general health upgrade. Organic's environmental case is stronger than its nutrition case. Less nitrogen runoff, healthier soil. Synthetic nitrogen is energy-intensive to produce and drives runoff that creates oxygen-depleted dead zones. European studies consistently find higher insect, bird, and plant diversity on organic farmland. Organic farming needs 20 to 25% more land to grow the same amount of food. That yield gap means more habitat converted to farmland to feed the same population. Organic's carbon math is complex. Less fertilizer emissions, but more land needed per calorie. A flown-in organic strawberry can have a bigger footprint than a local conventional one. Food miles often matter more for the environment than organic versus conventional status. A farmer's market offers something the USDA seal can't: direct access to the grower. Buying from a non-certified farmer directly can offer more transparency than a distant organic label. The USDA has found multiple cases of conventional grain fraudulently sold as organic. A 2017 investigation found hundreds of millions of pounds of fake organic grain entering the U.S. The longer and more global the supply chain, the harder genuine organic practices are to verify. A relatively small USDA team oversees a $61 billion organic market, leaving real oversight gaps. Domestic organic with short supply chains carries far lower fraud risk than imported organic goods. Look for domestic and certified to be sure. The organic seal also appears on cosmetics, certifying agricultural ingredients, not product safety. Organic baby food carries huge premiums, but the nutritional superiority claim remains unsupported. Organic cotton certification covers only growing, not the dyes and chemicals used in manufacturing. Other certifications like Fair Trade and Certified Humane cover gaps organic certification ignores. For coffee, Fair Trade's farmer pricing guarantee often matters more than organic's input rules. Regenerative agriculture goes further than organic, actively building soil carbon and biodiversity. Regenerative Organic Certified adds soil health, animal welfare, and farmworker fairness on top of organic.
Organic rules are mostly prohibitive. Avoid these inputs, with no requirement to actively improve soil.
Integrated pest management on conventional farms can achieve residue levels similar to organic, more cheaply. Precision farming lets conventional operations apply minimal, targeted inputs, blurring the organic divide. A smart strategy: buy organic where residue reduction matters most, skip it where it doesn't. Top organic priorities: dirty dozen produce, baby food, and dairy for the omega-3 difference. Low priority: avocados, onions, and organic cookies, chips, or cereal offer little extra benefit. Eating a wide variety of produce beats a smaller amount of organic. Variety wins on a budget. Prioritize the dirty dozen, stay conventional elsewhere, and put savings toward more overall variety. Frozen organic vegetables are often cheaper than fresh and nutritionally just as good. Canned organic beans and tomatoes are great value, since canning already minimizes residue risk. Store-brand organic meets the exact same USDA standard as premium brands, at lower cost. A CSA subscription gives direct farm access, often cheaper than retail organic. Growing your own herbs or greens eliminates pesticide concerns entirely, at almost no cost. Is organic worth it? It depends entirely on the product category and the goal. Good reasons to buy organic: targeted pesticide reduction, environmental values, and supporting fewer synthetic inputs. Weak reasons: assuming all organic is healthier, or that it makes cookies and chips nutritious. The smartest shopper applies the organic premium selectively and spends the savings on more variety. Simple rule: dirty dozen yes, clean 15 skip. Processed organic, think twice, ask your local farmer. The future likely blends organic soil practices with precision conventional interventions, beyond the binary. Agroecology studies whole farm ecosystems, offering a more nuanced framework than organic's input rules alone. Advocacy groups want more updated nutrient testing, so choices can rest on current evidence. Organic isn't a scam or a magic seal. Knowing the difference matters more than the label. Labels are a starting point. Subscribe to Grocery Science for what's behind every seal.